With your first news at 6 Sports, here's Luke Campbell.
Linton H&B football is coming off game 1 of the season and win number 1 of the season. The Lions are currently ranked 4th in the state in 9-man football, and they're the favorites to win Region 4. Fourth-year head coach Curtis Wall says he's trying to keep his team's mind off of that as the Lions look to avenge a semifinal loss from last season.
You know, with technology nowadays, they see it, but we try not to get into it too much. I tell the guys ignore it because it really doesn't matter. And to be honest, when you are getting the respect, then the target's more on your back. So it doesn't really matter what the preseason rankings are. If we're number 4, if we're number 20, or whatever it is, we got to come out and play ball. We play in an extremely tough region, and playing physical football every Friday or Saturday is really important.
Well, Walls says this year's team possesses a little bit more depth than past teams have. The Lions hope that can keep them in the hunt for a Region 4 title and much more. They'll travel to take on Standing Rock this Friday night. Well, as the first week of Class AAA and AA football gets set to kick off, the preseason polls are released today by the NDAPSSA. The defending state champions West Fargo Cheyenne take the top spot in AAA. The team they defeated last season, Davies, is number 2. Century, Bismarck, and Minot are 3 through 5, respectively. Minot North takes 11 of 15 total first-place votes in the program's second season in Class AA. Kindred and Central Cass both in the top 5 in their first season in AA. St. Mary's rounds out the top 5. University of North Dakota football kicks off the Eric Schmidt era this week on the road at Kansas State. The Wildcats are coming off a 24-21 loss to Iowa State over in Ireland. Schmidt joined me on the Dakota Drive on KFYR Plus today to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of playing a team that's already gotten some game reps.
The good part is we got to kind of see a little bit as far as what their identity and what their personnel looks like here in 2025 instead of what it looked like in 2024. And the negative part is that, hey, they've got 100 plays under their belt now of live action, and we're starting from scratch.
The Hawks will be doing just that with new QB1 Jerry Kaminsky, who was named the starter today. Meanwhile, Kansas State will have a Bismarck native starting on their offensive line. Century graduate Andrew Langang, he bounced between tackle and guard for the Wildcats during Saturday's game, and he's a familiar face for UND head coach Eric Schmidt.
I think in 2019 and got to see him like as a high school junior and just followed him a little bit, knowing that we had grown up in the same area, and he plays up and down. I mean, you can tell he's obviously a smart kid. He can play every single position on their offensive line. Big, strong kid, obviously has really developed in the weight room there to, over his time and comes from a really good program there at Bismarck Century with Coach Wanenbach.
Well, you can catch the next episode of the Dakota Drive on KFYR Plus next Monday from 2 to 3 p.m. Central. Chad Berger, owner of Chad Berger Bucking Bulls, will be inducted into the National Rodeo Hall of Fame. He's dedicated his life to the local and national rodeo scenes. He competed in high school and has since earned 12 PBR Stock Contractor of the Year awards by developing multiple world champion bulls. Berger's also helped organize some of the largest rodeo events in the country. He's already a member of the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame and the Bull Riding Hall of Fame. Berger will be inducted during a ceremony in Oklahoma on November 8th. He's got to make a bigger trophy case at some point.
The man knows his bulls, that's for sure. We'll be right back after this.